Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, guys. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Today I am going to tell you everything you need to know about being a Unicum. All right, we're going to pack it all into this one video. When you're done watching this video, you will be 4,500 recents at least. And it's actually pretty easy. It's pretty easy. It's called War Pack. That's not it. I couldn't keep it going. It's not that funny anyway. It is April 1st, right? In all seriousness, though, we are going to talk about some things you can do to become better. That's always a good thing. We've got Fishrokk. He's in his P43 BIS. He is platooned with Slapshot from Clan KSW. They're on Erlenberg. I just yelled that out, and they have spawned into the north. So we're going to head over here, over to the west side of the map. And I got a 2-pack for you. We'll have another one from Fishrokk here in a moment. We'll take a look at some more gameplay on this analysis. I'm going to talk a little bit about something I've been talking about a lot lately, which is flow and reacting to the battle. Because it's something that's always easy to say, and sometimes it's kind of hard to see what it is you're looking for. As a general rule, what you're attempting to do is win the side you're on, right? Look for the opportunities to do so, and then move on to somewhere else, right? So finding the opportunities, reacting to them correctly, and then moving on. So Fishrokk comes over here, and look, the first thing I just want to say is, holy cow, look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks all in the back. And we've got the Chi-Ryu's gone up there, and he's kind of getting beat up. And we're pretty much just hanging out right here. We're looking for a shot on this guy here. We've got the, what is that, 3601. Holy cow, I may actually throw up. We've got some shift zoom going on, and holy cow, it's hard to keep track. Whoa. Not fully zoomed shot. Interesting. You're going to see him do that a lot today, and RNG is way on his side. This gun does take a lot of zoom, so it is a bit known for that. All right, so let's take a look, and what is going on this flank? Well, we got a Santa Mill who's moved in. We got a T-21 that's, for whatever reason, he's actually moved up inside that little river right there, and he's really in trouble with the Santa Mill. These guys are still kind of hanging out back here. We got all kinds of fire support. And I'm thinking, all right, well, Fishrokk, now's the time. Move up there, support the Santa Mill, and then roll up this flank, because as I'm counting noses, I see a large portion of their tanks over on the other side. So we come in here and we're kind of, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is that too fully zoomed in thing I've talked about in the recent past, where you're trying to track a guy that's moving. Stop moving the cursor. Stop moving it. Just zoom in, put it about where he's going to be, and as he rocks back and forth, then shoot him when he enters the pipper, as opposed to following this guy back and forth. Also, I would have just driven in there and taken this guy out. Just get right in there and get rid of him. He's trying to, oh boy, oh my gosh, whoa. Then the Hellcat kills the poor Santa Mill, and we've sort of lost our opportunity. Push in there, kill the T-21, and then potentially dive off and get over in here into this backside. And then when this Hellcat tries to come over and get shots on you, you've got all these guys back here. Actually kind of surprised that the guy has lived this long. There's another not fully zoomed shot that goes right where you need it to be. I would be very careful about that. I think in that case it was the right answer, because you just wanted to kind of get to cover if you could. And then we're going to do it again. Watch this. All right. So we got it done. But I think a much more aggressive move would have been in order. And now especially, it's just a light tank over there. What we need to do is think about, what's my next move? All right, this flank looks to be sorted. If I count noses, I look over in the east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 counting the Tiger 2 in the middle, or Tiger 1. 7 counting the light tank, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 counting the dead guys. 13 counting the Artie, who's probably hiding out in the back. That leaves 2 guys unaccounted for, potentially. Okay, 1 or 2 guys unaccounted for. And we need to come up here and clear out this light tank. Get rid of the T-71DA like now, not in a minute. Not waiting for the other guys to kind of get a light. Get your medium tank in there with its firepower. Get rid of that guy, and then we can fold over onto the Tiger 1 and start taking that guy out. Now, you are having a problem potentially over on the other flank, but we really spend a long time dithering and dicking around back here. standoff. Now I see this a lot with medium tank players, and 1 tier down, 2 tier down kind of idea. Like, all right, I need to not get in there and get wiped out early, and that's absolutely valid. But we're now kind of in the phase where your mobility and your ability to show up in different places is really going to make a huge difference. And this is the part of analyzing the battle to go, this flank is taken care of. Let's head over and get to the middle. Jump over to the middle, help our guys beat this Tiger 1 in the middle, and this thing is all over. If both these P-43s probably a minute ago had just gone across here into the middle area, and what I'm talking about is right here, there's a little opening in there, and just gone in there and started pounding on that Tiger 1, this thing is pretty much over but the shouting. But it's going to get a lot more exciting than it really needs to be. There's 2 now on cap. And so the other thing I wanted to say about this Fishrokk is there was really no reason to go to the castle. Once you won that, and especially after you kind of waited around and somebody else went in and killed the T-71, there was 0 reason to go to the castle. There's nothing at the castle for you. The hit points are over there in the middle, or over here, and unfortunately now on your cap. Okay, so heading into the cap, see how these, see these guys way back here? The MT's, that's fine, he's looking for the arty, it's 1 scout, noted. The rest of these guys, not really useful getting up on the castle. Not really useful because they can really just kind of turtle up in all those buildings. Both of you guys needed to just blaze over and start shooting things. Now, you've got 2 on the cap, so I do agree with this. And probably, had you gone when I said, you might have got a shot or 2 on the Tiger and then looked at it and go, oh crap, and been able to get down. I like that shot, by the way. There was just 1 little V right there. That's exactly the kind of thing you should do. You might as well take it because you don't have anything else to shoot at. You got all kinds of ammo, and who knows, maybe you hit the guy. Maybe you hit the guy. So we're going to come over here. The Hellcat's just going in. Look at this guy bravely just trying to get some shots. We're going to come in here. We see this other Hellcat. All right, there we go. That's pretty good. We're going to, whoa, oh geez, oh geez. Maybe you're dealing with some of the lag and lost packet stuff we've been dealing with because of the whole COVID thing. That's possible. I don't know if he's on cap. Maybe, is he? I'm not certain this guy's on cap, but he might be. He might be. So let's see what happens when you hit him. He is on cap. There you go. You did reduce the cap with that shot, so might as well start shooting that guy. Now, here's the other do you get this guy? Yeah, you track him there. There's no shot there, but I think there's a shot right there as well. It looks like you're just trying to take that guy out. That's nice. So now we've got the Type 58. He gets hit. We thump him as well. You could potentially, in that case, fine-tune and try to get to the front or back sprocket, the drive wheel or the sprocket, but that does make it easier to miss right or left. So if you centroid, there's a little more tank there to damage. That's potentially debatable, but nice job getting the shot right there. All right, now this was interesting. There's still 2 on cap, so somebody's got to go deal with that. We definitely need to knock the cap down, but we're also getting pushed in the middle with the 122-44, and I don't know why so many of your team are way back there. I guess they just finished up with the Tiger, maybe, but it's incredible how far back they are. So we come around this corner and we're looking at guys, and holy cow, we're at 18 seconds. And why are we trying to shoot guys in the middle? This is useless. You got, well, it looks like somebody. Oh, it's 42 seconds. Never mind. Wasn't it less than that just a minute ago? I don't know. Maybe somebody reset it a little bit. There we go. So now we've got the IS, and we're really in this kind of reactionary mode right now. And we're back at 28 seconds. It's really starting to count down fast right there. And we're looking at these guys, even though really the problem is over on the cap. So we take a peek. Where is that thing? And this is pretty classic. Nobody wants to do what has to be done. It's just, this is how some of these kind of sneaky caps end up winning, because nobody wants to take the bull by the horns. We're at 12 seconds, and we're messing around with a 3485, and we actually just got hit by the Type 58. Very lucky he shot, because that got him lit. And then he loses the cap points because he fired. If he'd have just not fired, you guys probably would have lost. I mean, you got to prioritize. Somebody needed to get in there and get these guys lit. Now, I know the IS is going to hit you hard, and potentially a double tap between him and the Type 58. But really super lucky that the Type 58 decided to fire, to be quite honest. And we're still messing around. All of a sudden, how are we losing? All of a sudden, it's incredible. It's 3 of their tanks versus 2 of yours. And I still can't wrap my mind around how we got here. Incredible. So we're going to get a shot. Oh, that went a little to the right. Maybe you needed to not zoom in all the way. Look at him, he's looking, he's like, I don't know what to do. There we go, nicely done. 30-45's trying to get a shot on you. Ow. Oh, that goes through the turret. Oh, and Artie saves us. Now there's a 122-44. Put your gun on that guy. Oh my gosh, that took a while to see. What happened? Did he miss? I don't know. Amazing. Amazing. I think he just plain old missed you. How this King Tiger C has not finished this guy off, I'll never know. But the M44 finishes it. Look, 1,045, 728 assists is pretty good. We got 6 kills and won the game. But it was very hesitant, I think, as I would categorize it as. And when we talk about paying attention to the flow of the game and where to go to next, you're doing it, but you're probably 30 seconds to a minute behind. And I think what would help you is just a slight bit more aggression. Try to get that gun into the game, vice letting vice working the sniper angles so much, right? Very cautious, and that's probably a pretty good idea early on in nearly any game. But as that game ground on, if you and the other medium had gone together, which is what's nice about a platoon, and jumped on that Tiger 1 in the middle and helped them take him out quicker, you'd have been able to flow everybody down to the cap much quicker. And another way to deal with that would have been, instead of kind of hanging out behind this building, when you first got here you had some shots, and then blitz across here and get into these buildings, help them take out the guys that are stopping you from getting to the cap, and then you can kind of get to the cap. Another option was just to drive straight across, but I think, and rightly so, you were worried about the IS taking you out with the 390 Alpha, so you don't really want to duel with him, but you were really not in a great position to influence the battle very much. And like I said, thank goodness that Type 58 fired. Otherwise, more than likely, you guys lose that game. All right, let's move on to the second one. For the second example, kind of more of the same. This is going to be interesting. We're going to talk about the flow, but let's talk also a little bit about positioning. I like where you're going, but there needs to be a reason. So you got to have a reason for the place you go, and then you got to pick the right place within that area. And I think this is where the main fight is going to be. You're top tier, so I like that you're going here. But what I can't really understand is this position right here. Now we see this AMD. We think maybe he's going to come zinging around the corner, and he doesn't. Is he? Yes, no, okay. Let's move on. Actually, he does show up and he gets thumped. There we go. But meanwhile, what's going on? Well, the IS and the KB5 stop. Your platoon mate is over here in the M10. We've got the P43 TR over there and the Jackson, and then, oh my God, there's a Hellcat. What is he? He's way back in there. And the 3001P is back there, and we are just all hiding behind corners of uselessness. So the place you should be, if you're going to come here, is on this corner, right here, a little bit forward to where the M10 is, or over here on this corner. There is a small argument for being up in these bushes, but you get spotted pretty easily. And what you're trying to do is shoot the King Tiger C and whatever might want to come around the corner right there. This actually has a fairly decent turret, not amazing. And then we come over and we kind of fight this guy on this corner. Now, nobody's going to come down this road, and that's why I talk about there needs to be a reason for you to go spots. I feel like a lot of times what you're doing is you're reacting to the first red guy that kind of gets your attention, and then you start working on that guy, right? Without thinking about the bigger picture. Like, okay, there's that AMD, let's see, we'll work on him. Okay, no. Or, oh, look, here's this P43 on this corner, let's work on him. And meanwhile, this big glob of red guys here needs to be dealt with on that corner. So either over there where the P43 is, or over here with your M10, but slightly forward because there is a rubble pile right there that you can work on. This guy, who cares about this guy? This guy is not going to do anything, and you're really exposing yourself. He's got much better shots on you, your whole hole and the whole 9 yards, than you have on him. So you've got this IS and this KV-85 who've both allowed themselves to get stuffed right there. they're going to hold that road. Nobody's going to come down that road. Your problem right now is you and Slapshot are going to have a big issue. And if those guys had any kind of sense whatsoever, which they don't, we're going to find out, they'd have just come around the corner and started gobbling you guys up. I mean, I can't believe how many of your guys are so far in the back. You're engaging this guy who has no impact on anything in the game. And as a matter of fact, you can kill him pretty easily if you would simply go up to the corner, start. This is actually a pretty good shot. Most of your shots go exactly where you want them, and I will tell you what. And we're still screwing around with this guy. And meanwhile, the important fight is not being fought. Now, the Tiger Sea has a chunk taken out of him. We finally kind of come around the corner right here. Thank goodness they weren't sitting there waiting for you. And now we cross over where we should have been from the beginning. Actually, I guess we go over this way and start messing with this guy for a minute. Thinking about going in. Oh, that's right. I forgot you did go down this road. Here's why I don't like going down this road right now. Because there's 3 or 4 tanks stacked up down there already. They're just waiting for someone to do what you're about to do. And there's 3 already in the game. I'm going to be honest. You're extremely lucky you get out of this right here. We're going to come in and go, all right. Yeah, I know there's 3 tanks. When do I get to see one of the 3 tanks that are there? Oh, sneak. And we take a big hit back from the Hellcat. Thank goodness the KV-3 did not hit us. And it looks like maybe that KV-3 has a small gun on it. So we back. Thank God we didn't take any more artillery. And we finally get to what I would consider the important corner. So what's interesting is the KV-3, the Hellcat, whatever, T-150, whatever's there, they're locked down by these 2. They're not going to do anything on that corner. So bring your gun over here to the important side and see what we can do with these guys. And then we're about to find out because they're not showing any kind of real aggression, and you still have some guys over there keeping them locked down. You're going to be able to do what I was talking about a minute ago. You can take this other P-43 TR out. We're going to come around this way. Be very careful about pulling out so the front of your tank is out and stopping before you can actually see down the road, because you may just get shot and tracked before you see. It just kind of takes a while for this to develop. And we're going to come in here and we find this guy and boom, we hit him. Not fully zoomed, but it worked out. I would have used this AMX-12T as armor. I'd have come around the other side of him and used him as an armor the second time. The P-43 knows you're here, so he's going to be aiming at you. And I think you eat a shot you didn't really need to eat right there. If you'd have just used that dude as some armor, he may have hit the AMX-12T body. Panther's not really paying attention, plus he's kind of getting beat up. I don't know what he's looking at. It's a bot or something. I'm not sure what's going on with that Panther, but the Hellcat gets in there and he dies. So fantastic. All right, very good. Now we got an advantage in guns. We don't really want to go to the corner and duel with a KV-3 and a T-150, but we can go back over to this corner. Looks like maybe there's a little bit of hesitation, and start working on these guys. So now I think you're in the right spot doing the right thing. Took you a while to get there. It was very, I'm going to call it hesitant. Let's agree to call it careful. And it ended up working out for you. But it took a really long time for it to develop. And this guy, I don't know what he's doing, but thank goodness he didn't shoot you. And then you did not take him out. And that's a bummer. I mean, that shot should have taken him out. He's getting artied, and that's good. So the King Tiger is kind of on his last leg, so we're looking for a shot potentially on this guy. Be careful. I keep seeing this as well. Be careful about coming out sideways to things and giving people side shots on you. Just square up and peek out and back. That's way too much angle. We get a shot into his angled front. We got Artie coming in at us. So I would have side scraped here. I would have come in here and then used that rubble pile as a bit of cover and tried to side scrape out. Try to get this guy. They get stunned, and we're just going to drive out into his derp. Ouch. And he whacks us for 436. So I think with your front armor to him, or more of your front armor, you had stood a better chance of not getting penned, and you eat that big shot. So now you've got to be uber careful. There are 3,000 ones over there getting thumped by artillery. And, oh, goodness gracious, that was close. Thank goodness we took that guy out, because he was obviously reloaded and ready to take you down. There goes your buddy. He gets derped. He goes in. Now remember, the derp on these things is relatively fast firing, and I would have taken this shot and backed out, but for some reason you kind of push in on him. Maybe thinking you're going to get that shot, but you didn't. You needed to stop between their 12T in the wall, fire, and then dodge back and hope that he wasn't aggressive and come straight at you, which he may have based on your platoon mate blazing by and going after the 3001. But then you've got the Jackson back here, the other P-43, who knows. But we really walked into that one. So we have 1,599, 260 assists. Ends up being a win, so good job. 2 kills in there. This is what I see a lot with people who are asking me for help. A general idea of where to go and what to do, but just some misprioritization of when to do it or where to go in that particular spot. In this case, the heavy brawling area down here, which is where the main fight usually is on this map. There's usually a pretty good fight up here, and this fight up here can influence what's going on down there, but it was more of a sideshow for today, and I thought you were in the right spot, but kind of tentative, sitting in the back a little bit. Ooh, shiny red guy, not really going where you needed to go immediately to affect the battle as fast as possible. So I hope, basically what I saw on both of your replays there, so I hope this helps you out. It gives you something to think about, something to chew on. I like what I see because in general you're going and trying to do the right things. It's just starting to look at the setup and the opportunities and reacting to them a little faster, and maybe just dial up the aggression a little bit. All right, don't go crazy, but just dial up the aggression a little bit and see where it gets you. If it continues to get you killed, then you can dial it back again. But always try to push that aggression pedal a little bit to see if you can get a little bit more damage, get a little more pressure on the enemy, be in the right place a little sooner, and that will definitely help you out. So, all right, there you go, April Fools. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you become a unicum. That's a weird word, isn't it? It is. It is a weird word. That's all I've got for today. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, throw me a subscribe. If you're looking for ways to support the channel, there's all kinds of ways down in the description. And I will say later to everyone, but keep your head down, keep your heads on a swivel, and be careful out there. See ya.